So, I watched Netflix's new comedy, The Bubble, and it was pretty fucking terrible. If you don't know, The Bubble is the latest film from Judd Apatow, known for these films. I'm actually not that familiar with Judd Apatow's work, except for the Netflix show Love, which I thought was very good. It stars, like, 25 actors, which I will display on screen, and it is way too long, unfocused, and painfully unfunny. If you don't know, The Bubble is about a group of actors shooting a blockbuster action film at the height of the pandemic in an isolated place for several months. Hijinks ensue as the isolation gets to people, the working conditions are bad, etc., etc. This film has a lot of issues. The biggest one is it's not funny. It's not exaggerated enough to be funny in like a wacky way, but it's also not like witty and down to earth enough to be funny in like a realistic way. Towards the end, it goes completely off the rails and is far less a realistic movie than it was for the rest of it. The movie's 2 hours long, which is way too long for a comedy like this, and there are way too many characters. There are like 15 or 16 characters in the movie. They all get scenes to riff. About half of them have individual plot lines that are going on. The movie doesn't have a focused plot, it's just people being trapped on this film set filming this movie. Plot threads will be introduced and resolved unceremoniously. Characters will suddenly exit the movie. Karen Gillan's performance in this is really bad. There's a scene where she's supposed to be like emotional and crying that is just so bad. Everyone else is giving like a meh performance. Only scenes and performance that actually made me laugh were Pedro Pascal, who is doing his Mandalorian voice in this movie. You know how when he plays Mando, he does like the low-pitched, uninterested voice? That's how he talks in this movie, and it's very funny. And that's not even like a positive of the movie necessarily. I don't think his dialogue would be as funny if you hadn't seen The Mandalorian. It's only funny because it's The Mandalorian saying stupid lines. The rest of the movie was just painfully unfunny. And it's a shame because the cast is really good and is full of actors I really like. We've got Key from Key and Peele, the daughter from Borat 2, Chris from Love, all just actors who are usually really good. Even Karen Gillan, I generally like her, even though the other movie she's in that I reviewed, Gunpowder Milkshake, is also terrible. And they're just given this terrible, unfocused, unfunny script that's just a bloated mess with no plot and just random things happening. Every single character in the movie has a scene where they're like, I gotta get out of here, and it just happens like 50 times where they leave or they want to leave. There's so many montages, there's so many fucking celebrity cameos that are just like distracting and unnecessary, and worst of all for a comedy, it's just not funny. I would definitely not recommend you watch Netflix's The Bubble. It's fucking terrible. It's fitting that they released this on April Fools because this is a joke. I was really hoping this movie would be like This Is the End, but instead it was like garbage. Anyway, what's your favorite comedy? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Bye bye.